What is going on? Welcome back to Orbs. Well, I guess this stream. Anyway, today we're gonna be doing something kind of interesting, right? Says Twitch is streaming, YouTube is now also streaming. Yay! We're gonna record this as well. For those of you who are new to this lovely endeavor I've got going on, please note that I'm typically only ever posting game content, so this is a leap of faith for me. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing aside from attempting to learn something. That is the whole point of this. To learn how to do things through watching and learning and taking notes and understanding what is happening and how we can go about uh, what we're doing here. What are we doing exactly? I am learning how to trade. What exactly am I trading? I'm trading Forex. Why? Because that is the pair that a mentor I watched, boot camp specifically, that is the pair the mentor and said boot camp uh, said to trade. And I wish to trade this. I don't wish to trade this. I wish to learn from this in order to better understand how charts work, how I can go about successfully guessing what move goes where, how things work, and of course, eventually easing myself into the process of making money through small gains first. And then as we get more and more comfortable, more and more confident in our guessing ability and our strategy ability, we will hopefully end result be profitable. This particular video will not be posted to Orbs Vault because I don't see it as a gaming stream, though it is a stream, right? This will be posted to the stream's entirety will be posted to Orbs Vault, but throughout this stream, all the good points I make, I'm going to edit down into a smaller video, and that will be headed over to my Orb Plus channel. If you do not know about that channel, be sure to check out the channel description as well as the description of this stream itself. You can find it down below. If you're new, of course, follow, subscribe, that mess. But the video I make from this stream will be headed to Orb Plus, so be sure to check that out as you go on about your day, because this is honestly something I didn't think I'd be getting into until like my late 40s, but here I am, 25 years old, trying to make a life for myself without stress. Not saying this can't be stressful, but that it's possible. So yeah. So what exactly am I doing right now? I'm looking at TradingView. I'm specifically looking at the SP and S&P 500 index chart. I'm not gonna lie, very new, very sketchy territory. Before we get too much further, I'd like to review my notes. I want to know exactly what's going on. So we're gonna blow this way up. I'm gonna throw this right there for all to see. I'm gonna blow up a little bit further because I think you guys ought to be able to read this quite well. So the general thing. Golden. You can see stuff. For those beginning to trade, I think it's best to understand how charts work and essentially the building blocks. These are notes I've taken from TJR Trades. That is the person I took the boot camp with, and for the best reference possible, I'm going to be using the S&P 500 strictly to learn how charts move and how I'm going to implement a strategy. I have a demo account, but I have done nothing with it because TradingView does not like the demo account I've chosen, the broker I've chosen, for whatever reason. Don't know, don't care. Simply working on that. I hope I got the category right on Twitch for this being a business thing, because So, for those of you who were just here not a little while ago, I am sorry. All of what's up there is the truth. I had a baby in my arms. That was my nephew, by the way. Um, he had passed out, and I had to take care of him for a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna continue with the stream. I've been streaming for an hour and 53 minutes, and it's been nonstop chaos since I've started. Pardon me. I know the business type on the little stream thing is like finicky. I am broadcasting to a specific audience. I am sorry for taking up your time. We're getting into the stream now. Right now, we're getting into it. I hope you know we're getting into it now. I have to figure this out because I have about an hour and 53 minutes worth of video I have to cut completely out. So, luckily, I got it like on mic that I was muted. I could just. The only difficult part is if I want to include all of this right here. That's the only difficult part. I cannot believe I just did that. So, I have to do this because, boom. Sure, I'll save that. Yeah, why not? Boom. But we are here to learn how to trade. Trade what? I am trying to trade nothing because I'm learning. Why am I learning? Because I'm new. Why am I new? Because I have short-term goals and I'd like to see them met. I don't really have time during the day to do anything, and I'm stuck either at home in the middle of the night because guess what? Everywhere else is closed. I have zero control over my current schedule. So what I intend to do about my schedule is ride with the punches. As mean as it sounds, as gruesome as it's going to get, there is no real way for me to change my schedule without losing a major support. Everywhere I go essentially has the same opinion that you need 3 to 6 months worth of life expenses. That is every bill you can think of off the top of your head. Subtract your subscriptions that do not matter to your overall life and well-being, and then you will from there invest a separate savings account which you are drawing money in to make a profit off of, potentially. At no point in this stream am I to be taken seriously as though I'm giving you financial advice. I am not here to advise you on how you manage your finances. I am here to learn. Period. Should I change it from business category over to educational? Because I'm not entirely sure what I should do. Because right now I'm streaming both YouTube and Twitch, right? I don't want to take YouTube video and try to like put that on Twitch. That's not what I'm about. I'm trying to put my notes into action. I think that's where I need to start because I don't know. I have no actual experience with entering a market, boom, and exiting a market successfully. Nor have I failed yet. I'll correct myself. I have failed on Robinhood several times from attempting to implement strategies without actually putting anything down, without actually, taking anything. And is my audio even moving? Am I muted? Nope. I'm good. Sorry, I had to check that OBS. Had to make sure. Pardon me. But I am making sure that essentially we are golden all the way around. So right now what I'm doing is going over notes. I want to see what you guys think about these notes. If you are on stream right now and you can 100% say, yes, I have experience and I know where you can tweak your notes to better. This is my tab for the trade strat and my current progress with every single trade I've made. I made 2 different side notes. I've got these notes here. These notes specifically are all the notes I've taken over the past year and a half from studying this guy here, TJR Trades, on YouTube. and combining it with other strategies I found across the internet that have shown and proven to be successful over a large span of time with many different variables that we'll get to here in a second. This stream is to outline the basics and whether or not these notes are valid. Let's get into these notes, shall we? First off, in order to read a chart, I'm gonna minimize this so that's out the way. In order to read a chart, like this one specifically, you have your candlesticks. Green means up, red means down. More accurately, more specifically, green means it opens low and closes high. Red means it opens high and closes low. Understand that. The bodies of the wicks indicate price, how far that price went up and down. Not necessarily that one price only went up or not one price only went down. It shows the range of movement during that span of candles. So for right now, right, we are on the hour time frame. 1 hour time frame right there. Boom. During this span of candle, during 1 hour, the price moved up here, but guess what? It didn't move that far. And throughout this candle, this entire candle, it moved from down here all the way up there to the top of that wick. See the dotted line? See the top of the wick right there? We're talking about this candle right here, right? Right? Okay, cool. So we also have candles like this, where price, guess what, moved all over the place and went all the way down there and all the way up here. But check out the body. The body still counts for the full hour. The body also indicates to us a pattern that says, okay, the price doesn't know where it wants to go. Because as you can see, it moved very, very, very much. A whole lot. And as a result, we get something like this, where you have two large wicks on both sides of that body, and the body is essentially representing the time at that point because it doesn't have an accurate representation of up or down like this candle does right here. As you can see, it moved from, I'm going to get really close to this candle so you can see it. We're even going to elongate it a little bit so you have a better picture. It went from the bottom of this wick all the way up here. But the clear indicator was that the price moved down. So the body of the candle is going to be a little bit larger. We have clear, this is what I'm assuming is sell power. Essentially, people are selling their stocks more than they are buying. And as a result, we have large body candles that go down. If it were obvious that the imbalance between buyers and sellers were leaning toward the seller side of things. And that's where it drives down. When you sell a stock, it goes down because guess what? Demand and price and demand? Not price and demand. What is it called? Yeah, the demand is less because there is a lot more in the market. Supply and demand. There we go. Because there's more supply in the market, the demand is lower. Ergo, the price is going to go lower because guess what? People can find them for cheaper to buy. That's what this goes down for. Someone has sold all their supply, and so the demand dropped for it because there was a lot in the market. When it needed to come back in, the demand rose, the price rose. Because there wasn't enough supply, it went up. So, our goal is to accurately, to the best of our ability, predict the future in a way that allows us to take a profit off of these green candles up here. That is my basic understanding. That is my know-how. I think that's all of what I need to do. Of course, time moves forward. We read from left to right. So left to right, past to present. And as you can see, right there is our current price. As you can see, it is also not moving because I'm streaming on a Saturday night. So there is no real, what is it called? There is no real price movement at the moment. So this is the daily. No, this is the weekly. What am I doing? Yep. So again, for specific time frames, it's universal. Each one of these candles is a single week span, as you can see at the very bottom, right down here. See August, see October. These are the weeks between August and October. So September is like these 4, 3, somewhere. One of these, right? You can actually see it right there, August, September. So it starts there and it ends there. That's October. This is September. Starts there on the red, ends on the green. But it's the same thing all the way around. Essentially, each one of these candles is a time in which price moved, and you have the bottom of the candle up on the wick that signals that, and then if it can't decide whether or not it wants to do what it wants to do, sellers can't make up their mind, so price moved down because demand dropped, demand dropped, and they continuously put in the market. And this could easily be something related to something completely different, but either way, this candle represents an imbalance, and of course, due to weakness in this right here, the demand dropped and the price plummeted for a lack of better understanding. My understanding is, based on the strategies that I have been learning, is they implement a strategy. They collect a bias, essentially what price wants to do for the day or the week, and essentially you look at the weekly time frame. As we can see, this is a clear uptrend. An uptrend is anything that goes from down, so the very, very lowest low, all the way up to this highest high, indicated by a straight line of up, down, up, down, up, right? Just in a continuous line up. The only other two patterns that I really know anything about, because I haven't seen anything else, is pretty much the reverse, where it goes from the up back down to the down. And you can clearly see that with the red marker here. Again, each one of these candles on this specific time frame represents a single week. And this is indicative of a downtrend when it just goes straight down like that, straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. And it's a collection of candles that represent a trend. So from here all the way up here is a single move up. And then from here to here, collection of candles, mind you, is a single move down, downtrend. Strategy, because I am now way off target. Look at the price for weekly. Yay, it's going up. Look at the price for daily. Boom. It's very hard to see if it's zoomed way the flip in, but it's also going up. The market isn't going to always be in a straight up, otherwise, like always green, because at that point, no one would have a real reason to enter the market to make a profit or to sell. If there were no sell, there would be no buy. See, like a yin yang type deal. But my thought is I don't really know how to explain this, because there are many different patterns, right? The only other pattern aside from the up and down trend is the consolidation, where it just goes into a straight line, or more accurately, it goes into like this right here, where it just up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and it just bounces off of this the entire time. I'm not seeing really any, because this is also the daily time frame. It's going to be a lot harder to find it on, I think, this time frame, because these time frames strictly show a large amount of time where price is just constantly moving, and that is essentially what's happening here. Rarely will you see something like this right here, where it just takes off at this right here. What I was going to say? I was going to say something about this right here. This is not technically a consolidation, right? I think this is like a retest. I don't know what it's called. Chat would know. If you know, comment it. If you know, say something about it, because I don't know. My understanding is right here shows an imbalance. An imbalance to what? The sell side. Because right now, as we can see, there's a lot of people selling and the price dropped dramatically. But the buyers bought up a lot, raising the demand, raising the price, because the demand increased, so price increased. People are going to want more. Boom. Yeah. The imbalance to the sell side on an uptrend essentially says, okay, and this is my interpretation of what I've learned over the past couple of years, is that when it shows an imbalance like this, there is typically going to be a strong reaction of buyers just buying up the market left, right, and center. And this is essentially people who do not know what they're doing, or the company is just genuinely like losing their supply over a long span of time. So as a result, price raises and it skyrockets. And of course, you can see the imbalance here where the price dropped and it didn't know what it wanted to do. The price rose even though there were few, I'm guessing few buyers or very very small amount of action for this specific day, right? And so we have that indicator and it tested again and just plummeted. Of course, lower high, lower low. I think it is based off of what has happened that we can make a guess on what is going to happen. I'm just going to continue my roll the way I have it. But yeah, we make a bias off of the daily and the weekly. We know it's going in an uptrend. From what I've experienced recently, I was taught that in order to get an accurate, a decent, really good bias, is to take the previous day. So this right here is Friday, right? This right here is Thursday. I did a little research on Friday to better prepare myself to compare the 2 days, right? So on Thursday specifically, we mark our high, we mark our low for that day specific. And then we jot down all the way to the hour time frame. We're going to do this right here. Zoom way out for a second. I want to find where Wednesday ends and Thursday begins because that is where things will get interesting. Boom. Thursday began there. So we don't want to mark this. Why? Because it's in the middle of a movement. As you can see, it is neither the lowest low nor is it the highest high, which I'm pretty sure that is Friday right there. For Thursday, the highest high was there, I think. But it doesn't count as a high on the red candles. It only counts as a high on the green candles, as far as I know. Yeah, Thursday won. So yeah, that's the highest high on Thursday. Lowest low is on this. We just mark that using this right here. Horizontal ray, boom, highest high, Thursday. And then boom, lowest low on Thursday specifically. We're not going further back from that. We're going from this way. And again, this is the hour time frame, keep in mind. For Friday, let's see, Thursday, we want to do red because it is the past. Boom, boom. And it is from the past that we get our answer for the future. Anyway, we have horizontal ray again. This is our high for Friday. Boom. We're going to keep this green because we're going to assume that this day has not happened yet. And our lowest low is right there for Friday. Try and get that as best as possible. Boom. Yay. So we now have our 2 price ranges. We're looking for action within this green and this red. What are we looking for specifically off of this bias? In my genuine opinion, we're looking for continuation of an uptrend. Why? Because the higher time frame, the day and the week, are in a constant uptrend. We want it to continue up. But before it can continue up from its current move, because guess what? We've ended the day on an up candle. We need it to come back down. How far down? It either needs to test this right here, this right here, this right here, or this way down here. I'm going to take a step back right quick. I'm going to take one leap back. Because it's a continuation, we can't look for fair value gaps, which is something that looks like this candle right here. Giant green candle, right? Essentially, a fair value gap is anything a candle on both sides has no wick going down the middle. So take this candle right here, this green candle, see this wick right here? It would have to come all the way down here to clear. And just so we're clear, I'm only talking about the candle. In this specific pattern right here, we have this. Big leg down, big green up. Why isn't that's why this is not considered a fair value gap, because it is essentially going back towards this liquidity that was here before. my understanding. For those of you who are currently watching the streams, I am sorry. Why am I sorry? Because I know the quality is garbage. Why is it garbage? Because I have bad internet and I'm streaming to two services at the same time, Twitch and YouTube, right? If you want to see this entire stream in crisp, clear quality, head over to Orb Plus or Orb's Vault. I'll be posting this entire stream on Orb's Vault, and I'll be chopping up this stream as a second deal in order to get a crisp, clear video across on Orb Plus, so there is no miscommunication on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how we're going about it. And again, none of this is to be taken as literal financial decision making for you. This is me learning the chart, how to read it, and how to better myself as a day trader if I want to go that route. The whole process, the whole reason I'm streaming to you is to learn from you, those who might be more experienced, what I can improve on, where I need to be more intrinsic, where I can be less intrinsic, the like. Trying to get it down to a fine-tuned regimen versus me going in and guessing every step of the way. Again, I understand that trading is essentially guessing what is going to happen in order to make a better profit based on what has already happened in the past, using our notes that we are here, right? Based on what has happened in the past, where we can make a leap from. In all complete honesty, because this is the hour time frame, it's so there are like what 8 hours to a single market deal, right? I think we can make a better inference on what is going to happen based off of what we have over here. As you see, between these two green is one day, between these two red is another, and they are the exact same distance apart, 8 hours, 8 hours. If we did this all the way down, we can pretty much determine that this is like this right here might be the rest of the week: Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, and then Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, the like, right? Did I go down a rabbit hole? Probably. Let's try and get back on track. I want to try and make the best with what I can out of what I have in front of me.